Tiger Woods and Elin Nordegren stood only a few feet apart, watching their son Charlie accept one of the most meaningful honors of his young life. And in that single moment, the weight of their shared history seemed to fade into the background as pride took center stage. The setting was the Benjamin School in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. It wasn't Augusta National. It wasn't a roaring Sunday back nine at a major championship. There were no television towers, no commentators whispering over dramatic putts, no sponsor banners lining the fairways. Instead, it was a high school auditorium filled with folding chairs, proud parents, teammates in pressed shirts, and the unmistakable buzz of a community celebrating something special. A state championship ring ceremony honoring the boys' golf team for capturing the Florida High School Athletic Association Class 1A state championship title. And at the heart of it all stood 17-year-old Charlie Woods. For years, the world has watched Charlie grow up in flashes, first as the wide-eyed little boy trailing behind his father at tournaments, gripping a plastic putter almost as tall as he was, then as the slightly older child confidently walking fairways during practice rounds, absorbing the atmosphere that once belonged entirely to his dad, and more recently as the teenager competing alongside Tiger at the PNC Championship, drawing gasps from fans when his swing, that fluid, balanced, unmistakably familiar swing, mirrored the mechanics that once dismantled the best golfers on the planet. But this ceremony marked a different kind of milestone. This wasn't about being Tiger's son sharing the spotlight at a televised father-son event. This wasn't about novelty or nostalgia. This was about Charlie Woods earning a championship with his high school teammates. This was about his name being called not because of legacy, but because of contribution. When Charlie's name echoed through the room, the atmosphere subtly shifted. Heads turned instinctively. A few whispers traveled from row to row. Phones lifted discreetly to capture the moment. Fame has a way of bending a room's energy, and the Woods name carries a gravitational pull few others in sports can match. Yet, Charlie didn't hesitate. He rose calmly, walked toward the stage with steady steps, and accepted his ring with a firm handshake and a composed expression. No exaggerated celebration, no visible nerves, just quiet confidence. In the audience, Tiger leaned forward, clapping with unmistakable pride. The intensity that once defined his competitive stare was softened, replaced by the warm satisfaction of a father witnessing his child's achievement. Elin, seated nearby, watched with a gentle smile, the kind that reflects years of unseen effort, early morning wake-up calls, long practice sessions under the Florida sun, tournament days filled with anticipation and nerves, countless moments that don't make headlines but build champions quietly. They weren't posing, they weren't seeking attention, they weren't performing for cameras, they were simply present. And that image, Tiger Woods and Elin Nordegren standing in the same room, united in support of their son, carried emotional significance far beyond the walls of that auditorium. To understand why this moment resonates so deeply, you have to revisit the magnitude of their shared past. In 2009, Tiger Woods' personal life unraveled in spectacular fashion. Headlines dominated global media, endorsement deals evaporated, the carefully curated image of the disciplined, almost mythic champion shattered overnight. What followed was one of the most scrutinized public downfalls in modern sports history. Elin found herself thrust into a storm she never signed up for. Cameras camped outside, speculation filled every broadcast. Their divorce, finalized in 2010, became another headline in a saga that seemed endless at the time. Few observers would have predicted that more than a decade later, they would stand peacefully at their son's ceremony, clapping in unison. But life evolves, pain reshapes perspective, and children have a way of clarifying what truly matters. In the years following their separation, Tiger and Elin committed to co-parenting, not as a public relations strategy, not as a carefully crafted narrative, but as a necessity rooted in love for their children, Sam and Charlie. Over time, tension gave way to respect. Public appearances became civil, then collaborative, eventually natural. That evolution was visible at the ceremony. Charlie's state championship was no symbolic participation trophy. Florida high school golf is fiercely competitive. The state produces elite talent year after year. Junior golfers train year-round in ideal weather conditions. Courses demand strategic precision. To claim a Class 1A state title requires depth across the roster, mental fortitude, and consistent performance under pressure. Charlie earned his place on that team. Coaches have noted the steady improvement in his game: stronger ball striking, smarter course management, sharper short game execution. Golf at this level isn't won with flashy drives alone. It's won through discipline, through patience, through the ability to recover from mistakes without letting frustration take over. Those are qualities Tiger knows intimately. Throughout his legendary career, Tiger built his dominance not just on athletic ability, but on psychological resilience. He mastered the art of focus. He turned pressure into fuel. He intimidated competitors with presence alone. Watching Charlie compete now, you see echoes of that mental toughness, but expressed differently, less intimidating, more collaborative, a reflection of a new generation. Charlie smiles more openly on the course. He interacts naturally with teammates. He seems to enjoy the game even as he competes fiercely. There's a balance in him, competitive intensity paired with youthful joy. The championship ring itself glinted under auditorium lights, but its true value wasn't in gold or in greeting. It symbolized months of preparation, practices in sweltering heat, strategy meetings with coaches, hours refining swing mechanics, weight training sessions to build endurance, tournament rounds where every stroke could shift standings. For a high school athlete, a state championship becomes part of identity. It's a tangible reminder of teamwork and dedication. As each player stepped forward to receive recognition, applause filled the room. When Charlie approached the stage, the buzz intensified again, not because he demanded it, but because legacy hovered around him. The son of one of golf's greatest champions accepting his own title felt almost cinematic. Tiger's own journey to this point has been marked by physical adversity. Multiple back surgeries threatened his career. Then came the devastating 2021 car accident that left him with severe leg injuries. At one point, questions weren't about when he would return to competition, but whether he would walk normally again. Rehabilitation was grueling, comebacks uncertain, and yet here he stood, not as a competitor preparing for Sunday's final round, but as a father applauding from the audience. There's something deeply human about that transformation. For decades, Tiger was defined by dominance, by fist pumps, by red shirts on Sundays, by major championships. Now, increasingly, he's defined by fatherhood. Walking alongside Charlie at junior tournaments, offering quiet advice, sharing knowing glances after well-struck shots. Golf may have shaped Tiger's identity, but fatherhood has reshaped it. Elin's role in this narrative is equally significant. She has largely remained out of the spotlight since the divorce, focusing on stability and privacy for her children. Rare public appearances, minimal interviews, a conscious effort to keep family life grounded. Yet, she showed up for this milestone without hesitation. Dressed simply, blending seamlessly among other parents, she radiated authenticity. No attempt to reclaim attention, no dramatic statements, just a mother supporting her son. The internet reacted quickly as images from the ceremony circulated. Comments flooded social media, praising their co-parenting dynamic. Many expressed admiration for the maturity displayed by both Tiger and Elin. Some admitted they never imagined seeing them share such a peaceful moment after the intensity of their past. Redemption narratives captivate audiences because they mirror our own capacity for growth. Mistakes, even public, painful ones, don't have to dictate an entire life story. Tiger's 2019 Masters victory already served as one of the greatest comebacks in sports history. After years of injuries and personal turmoil, he climbed back to the summit of golf's most iconic tournament, reminding the world of his resilience. Now, in a quieter way, he's experiencing another form of redemption, one not measured in trophies or rankings, but in relationships. Charlie's future adds another layer of anticipation. His commitment to play collegiate golf at Florida State University beginning in the fall of 2027 signals seriousness. College golf is demanding. Balancing academics with travel schedules and elite competition tests maturity. It's a proving ground for aspiring professionals. By committing early, Charlie demonstrated confidence and belief in his trajectory. Comparisons to Tiger are inevitable. They will follow him into college. They will shadow him if he turns professional. Tiger revolutionized the sport. He trained like an elite athlete in an era when golfers weren't expected to. He shattered records. He expanded golf's global reach. But Charlie's path doesn't require duplication to be meaningful. Different era, different media landscape, different expectations. The championship ceremony symbolized that individuality. Charlie wasn't lifting a major trophy under international spotlight. He was celebrating with classmates, laughing with teammates, and posing for group photos in a school auditorium. Administrators praised the team's dedication. Coaches recounted critical rounds that sealed the title. Teammates nudged each other, comparing rings and reliving clutch moments from the season. Tiger and Elin didn't dominate the narrative. They supported quietly from the sidelines. Small gestures told the story. Tiger offering a brief nod to the coach, Elin exchanging warm words with another parent, Charlie stepping away to celebrate with teammates before joining his parents for a quick family photo. No dramatic speeches, no emotional theatrics, just steady pride. And that steadiness might be Charlie's greatest advantage. Young athletes tied to iconic legacies often struggle under expectation, every swing dissected, every tournament result magnified. But Charlie appears grounded, surrounded by parents who, despite past turmoil, have created a stable support system. Tiger has emphasized publicly that he doesn't push golf onto his son. Passion must be authentic. Watching Charlie's progression, that authenticity is evident. He studies courses meticulously. He commits to practice routines. He competes with focus rather than spectacle. The state championship adds legitimacy. It shifts conversation from novelty to performance. Fans who watched Tiger dominate the PGA Tour now watch Charlie with curiosity and nostalgia. Could he one day contend in majors? Could he carry the Woods name into another era of excellence? It's too early for definitive answers. Development takes time. College competition will test him. Physical growth, mental resilience, and experience against top amateurs will shape his path. But milestones like this ceremony matter. They are stepping stones. The symbolism of Tiger and Elin standing together shouldn't be exaggerated into reunion rumors. They are not rekindling romance. They are demonstrating functional, healthy co-parenting. And that's powerful. In a celebrity culture often defined by prolonged conflict and public feuds, their ability to prioritize unity for their children stands out. As the ceremony ended and families filtered into the evening air, there was no grand exit, no press conference, no orchestrated photo op. Just a father, a mother, and a son walking out after celebrating a championship. Yet the image lingers. Tiger Woods, once the most dominant figure in golf, clapping proudly in a school auditorium. Elin Nordegren, once at the center of a media storm, smiling peacefully at her son's success. Charlie Woods, carrying one of the most famous surnames in sports history, holding a ring he earned through teamwork and perseverance. This wasn't about scandal. It wasn't about controversy. It wasn't about redemption headlines. It was about growth, resilience, family. Charlie's journey is just beginning. College golf awaits. Higher stakes loom. Media attention will intensify. Expectations will rise. But this ceremony will remain foundational. The night he stood among teammates as a state champion, while both of his parents looked on with pride. For Tiger, it may represent a legacy beyond majors, a legacy measured in character, stability, and fatherhood. For Elin, it reinforces that dedication and quiet strength shape outcomes. For fans, it offers hope that even the most public fractures can evolve into something steady and meaningful. One day, cameras may follow Charlie down professional fairways. Analysts may compare his swing to his father's frame by frame. Headlines may speculate about his potential, but for now, the most powerful image is simple: a teenage golfer holding a championship ring, flanked by two parents who have learned, grown, and chosen unity over division. And sometimes, that's the most compelling victory of all. Make sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more celebrity updates just like this.